everybody, my name is Corey Singer. I am autistic and I am here to talk to you about the autistic experience. Today we are going to be talking about functioning labels and why they're actually harmful. If you want to see more videos like this, go down, hit subscribe, and hit the bell for more notifications. And if you want to see more autistic content, go to my TikTok page, The Corey Singer, and I will link that down below. You can also go to my Instagram, Corey Singer Music, and my Facebook page, Corey Singer Music, which I'll also link down below. Also, stick around for the end of the video because I have an announcement. So what is a functioning label? Functioning labels are used by neurotypicals to describe a person's inabilities to fit in or how normal they appear. And functioning labels weren't even created by the autism community. They were created by neurotypicals to make it easier for them to figure out how to treat someone with autism and where they lie. Examples of this would be high functioning, low functioning, mildly autistic, severely autistic. And really, these functioning labels hurt us. I would be labeled as high functioning. I was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome when I was 4 years old. Now, we don't call it Asperger's syndrome anymore because Hans Asperger, who it's named after, was a Nazi and sent children to be euthanized in Vienna. So, yeah, there's that. Also, too, for context, my best friend was also diagnosed with Asperger's. We both have the same diagnosis, essentially, but we are both very different and developed differently. For example, my best friend got better grades in high school. He always got high honor roll. He always took the honors classes, and he was in the top 5% of our class. Me, I struggled through high school. I was not good academically, and I did apply myself as hard as I could, but I had a hard time comprehending the subjects and the ways I was being taught. And I only got honor roll, I think, 3 times throughout high school. And my best friend, he was able to drive before I could. He drove almost right out of high school. I didn't start driving until I was 21. Now, there are things that I could do better that my best friend can't. For example, I'm more willing to try new things, and my best friend is more averse to that. It takes more time for him to do that, but I'm able to do that as well. Also, too, my best friend, he's a dancer, and he's very graceful. Me, I lack grace, and I'm very clumsy with my bad motor skills. My uncle was also diagnosed with Asperger's, late in life actually, but the thing is, he's more noticeably autistic while I'm neurotypically passing. My uncle is unable to drive, and my uncle was living with us for a while, and I was the one who would have to drive him to his job all the time. So even though all 3 of us have the same diagnosis, we all have different needs. Also too, if you took a nonverbal autistic, automatically because they're nonverbal, they would be considered low functioning, which is very unfair because just because they're nonverbal and can't communicate verbally doesn't mean that they can't communicate. They have their own way of communicating, and also they are very brilliant in whatever they do. They can be nonverbal, but they could be very aware of what's going on in the room. There are a lot of nonverbal autistics who are thriving more than neurotypicals. You would be surprised by the amount of autistic people who are very successful in life. Here's a quote from Laura Tisoncic. The difference between high-functioning autism and low-functioning autism is that high-functioning autism, your deficits are ignored, and low-functioning autism, your assets are ignored. Because I am considered higher-functioning, my deficits seem less important than my assets, where my deficits growing up could have been addressed better. Whereas someone who's considered low-functioning autistic, their assets are very unrecognized, and their deficits seem to be the defining feature. And because I'm considered high functioning, there's more pressure on me to perform better, where that just gives me more anxiety. And it makes it harder for me to ask for help because people think I don't need as much help. Our needs and abilities can change over time. So when it comes to functioning labels, how should you refer to someone who is autistic? You should refer to them as just as that, as autistic. Because there's no such thing as high functioning, low functioning, mildly autistic, severely autistic. There is just autistic. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with being autistic. We just develop differently. Hey guys, so it's the next day and I have a big announcement. So I'm a singer-songwriter and my single Someone is releasing on March 12th. And it is available for pre-order on my website. I'll link my website down below, CoreySinger.com. And you can pre-order it. So I wrote my single Someone about my struggles with autism, and it means a lot to me. So go ahead to the link down below. Thank you very much for watching my video. I will see you guys next week.